Guys, welcome back to my third video of today. If you have missed any of my previous videos, they will be linked in the description box down below, so don't forget to check those out if you have missed them. Just something, a quick friendly reminder on screen for you guys is a lot of you guys have been tweeting me saying that you're not seeing my videos. So on screen, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can turn notifications on this exact stream page. Down at the bottom where it says Wizzite, there's going to be a little settings cog that is actually highlighted in red. Simply press that, turn notifications on, press save, and you're done. So today, we are going to be talking about sort of like an in-depth part of the reveal trailer that we saw earlier on today. Also in the video, I am going to be showing you which calling card I got from yesterday's code thing. Now, if you did enter the code yesterday, check your Facebook Messenger. You might have your very own code there as well. So the first thing that I want to talk about is this image on screen right here. Now, what it is we are going to be getting, or it looks to be that we're going to be playing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare alongside robots within the campaign. Now, one thing I want to urge you guys is to be active in the comments section. Let's get a discussion going. Let's talk about what I'm talking about here on screen. And let's, try and come together as a community and, I don't know, like, share ideas and get to the bottom of whatever. So on screen right now, you can see a human along with a robot. Now, to me, I'm guessing that means that we are going to be getting gameplay where we are either playing as a robot or we're playing alongside a robot. So that's the first thing that I wanted to point out. The next thing is this big spaceship here on screen. Now, is it possible? Hang on a second. Is it possible that this spaceship is in fact the one that we saw on Nuketown? I think it potentially is. I definitely think that it is possible that this spaceship right here is the one we saw on Nuketown. Let me know what you guys think about that. It looks like the same sort of size and all of that good stuff. And a lot of you guys right now are actually talking about this first gun here on screen. A lot of you guys in the comment section are saying gun looks like the bow in AW, and somebody said it looks like the VMP. Now, personally, to me, I don't really know. It sort of has like the handle of a P90, but looks more like an assault rifle for sure. Anyway, moving on. This is, in fact, the first-person image or perspective that we get of a weapon in Infinite Warfare. Now, I'm guessing that this is some sort of assault rifle, and it actually looks very, very similar to the one the robot is holding in the back of the image right there. So is it possible that this is, in fact, a robot that is actually playing this character right now? Who knows? I suppose we're waiting to find out, if you know what I mean. Moving on to the next image, we have this gun in the background, right? Take no notice of anything other than the gun that's literally like right there. Coming out the front of that gun seems to be some sort of energy bolt. That doesn't look like a gunshot from me. That is more like an energy burst or an energy beam, something along those lines. I do believe that I've read something along the lines of that we're going to get like regular guns and we're going to get like futuristic guns. I think that on screen right there is definitely a futuristic gun. I don't know what you guys reckon. A lot of you guys agree with me that the previous gun looks like the P90, but what do you think that gun looks like there? Crazy Josh says, reminds me of that laser gun from Advanced Warfare. I believe, I agree with you. And Iron Dad says shock. I think he's talking about some sort of shotgun. Shotgun, not shotgun, shock gun. Sorry, you guys may have got confused there. Here on screen, we have a image with a ton of stuff going on. We have mad spaceships, explosions, we've got humans on the ground, we've got robots running. But cast yourselves over to the left here. These two characters that look like they're jumping over some sort of tank. Now, I'm guessing that what this is that these are thrusters, right? They doesn't look like they're wearing exosuits. It looks like they're wearing thrusters. And I know we got, talks about it being boots on the ground from COD Messenger yesterday, but this here is very, very interesting because Is it only going to be in campaign? Is it going to be in multiplayer? We don't know yet. It's just too early to say right now in terms of multiplayer and anything beyond that. This reveal trailer, I can guarantee you every piece of footage is from campaign. Now, I want to ask you guys, do you want to see this thruster jump or this, like, you know, low gravity in multiplayer or just in campaign? Be sure to let me know in the comment section. Moving on, we have this, right? Now, you're probably looking at the thing rolling down the stairs. Now, please do not. Please do not. I want to talk about what this man is doing here. Not the one laying down, the guy that is actually rolling to the right-hand side. Could this be a new movement mechanic that we're going to get from, like, similar to the slide in Black Ops 3? Could we get, like, an invasion, like, where you can dive out of the way? Is it only, if we do, is it only going to be is it only going to be in campaign, or would we see it in multiplayer as well? I'm hoping that we don't see it in multiplayer purely because it's sort of like a drop shot or a double jump shot, but to the side. So now you could either drop shot, you could jump shot, or you could evade if we get that movement in the game. I'm not too sure if we will. It's something I saw in the trailer, and it's something I thought maybe it could come into the game. People are saying in the chat, Mantle, Iron Dad said Mantle, and Destiny Plays said parkour. And Daniel Partridge Pywell said, I don't mind a thrust jump system as long as it's not extreme as Advanced Warfare. I actually agree with you. Niza Lauren says, no, I don't think it is a new move in terms of this role that we're seeing on screen. It's a shame that I can't actually show the video clip. I took these screenshots and I'm doing a stream on these for you guys, talking about them in a sort of like picture by pitch sort of thing. Drummer says, I don't think this COD is really like COD. It's like Halo. Really? I don't know, man. I don't know. We're yet to find out. We're yet to find out. Now, this on screen right here, the spaceship that is actually shooting, or the jet that is shooting at these individuals on the ground here, could this be a new kill streak? And the reason why I think it quite possibly could is because of the next image, right? This is the cockpit of that spaceship. Now, on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, on the lower left-hand corner, you can see it says Sato on the windscreen. I believe that this is a friendly spaceship. I believe it's a spaceship that we could be flying in the campaign. And it's definitely something that, if we do, then it's something that could come into multiplayer as a kill streak, purely because if you remember from, like, COD 4, which is the Modern Warfare Remaster, you had the attack helicopter. Even though you couldn't get into it or you couldn't, like, control a gun on it, but then moving into Modern Warfare 3, you could actually control the chopper gunner. Now, could this be a brand new chopper gunner that could come into multiplayer? A lot of the stuff that is in campaign sometimes does go into multiplayer as well. So this definitely could be a new kill streak within Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. A lot of you guys in the chat right now are saying a chopper gunner. I think it could potentially be a chopper gunner. You see things like the mothership in Black Ops 3 at the moment, and you can actually control that. And also, JD Wave 12 says, yes, please, can it be the AC-130? But guys, please do go ahead and share the video for everybody out there. Share it on MySpace, Twitter, Bebo, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to do it. Share it with your nan and your granddad and your neighbor that you don't like. Share the video around. Let's get it into the discussion of the wider community as well as my own community as well. A lot of you guys saying that Sato is friendly and Set Defense is a bad people. I think you mean SDF is the bad side of things. Daniel Partridge says that this kill streak here on screen could be possible as this spaceship on screen could possibly be a kill streak. And Anna says mothership. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too small to be a mothership. I think it's more like a chopper gunner or attack helicopter that you can control. And it should be a remake of the Hater that you control. I don't think controlling a Hater Destiny Plays would be ideal, purely because of it is more so like a UAV sort of style. It's a support streak. It's not an attack streak. So a lot of you guys are agreeing with me in the chat that it could be a kill streak. Moving on to the next one here is it looks like we're going to be getting space battles within the campaign. Now on screen you can see two spaceships that are just like literally like one's right there and one is sort of like down over there a little bit. And the orange flares that you can see flying across the screen are actually bullets. So again, it is only an image of the trailer. I can't actually get the footage of here. It'd just be too complicated to loop it or whatever. So I'm thinking that in the campaign that you could potentially control the spaceship in space and have battles. Now, would that be ideal for multiplayer? I don't think it would, purely because flying that spaceship around the multiplayer map would be hard if it moves forward like that. But if it's a stationary one where you can toggle it to move at different points, then it could work a lot better. So Iron Dad says, like a Talon. I think it'd be too big to be a Talon if I'm honest. But if you could toggle it to move from like position A to B to C to D, and it cycles around the map, I think that could definitely be ideal. Moving on, here is another image of a weapon. Now, I believe that this is the image, the weapon that we saw in the very first image of this video. And to be honest, I think this is some sort of energy-based weapon. I don't think this is a bullet fire weapon I don't think it fires bullets at least. I definitely think this is some sort of like laser weapon or something along those lines there. Purely because it just looks too big and bulky to fire bullets. Like it just looks just heavy. It just looks like a heavy sort of like assault rifle. I'm gonna presume it is. Also in the screen you can see this badge on the person's shoulder. Now I'm not too sure if that's a country flag. My geography is absolutely awful, so I'm not even gonna try and guess if that's a country or not. I don't think it is, but it could in fact be the badge of a sort of like not a clan, but like a regiment within Sato. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? What do you guys reckon? You guys said it looks like a specialist. What looks like a specialist, buddy? Desi Plays says it looks like a specialist. What looks like a specialist, my dude? Here we have no gravity. It's going to be hard to show you this, but right dead center in the screen, there is, in fact, a floating man, and then one further down this sort of like debris thing. Now, this is obviously in space. It is zero gravity or anti-gravity here on screen. Is it going to be a multiplayer? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt we're going to get anti-gravity and thrusters in the multiplayer side of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. This on screen here is crazy, right? Because on the right hand side below me, we have a vehicle, right? It looks like it has 6 wheels. But then on the left hand side, we have this crazy looking robotic menacing machine. Like I don't even know what that thing is, right? Now I think this is going to be very similar to that spider tank that we saw within Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now if it is, then I'm guessing that it's only going to be in campaign. This will not carry over into multiplayer. I don't think at all. And also the fact that it's with a car, I definitely don't think it's going to carry over into multiplayer. And speaking of that, do you guys want to see cars within Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's campaign? Is that something that you guys would like to see? I wouldn't personally. I just like boots on the ground, running around, you and your gun. If you do well, you get your kill streaks, you call the kill streaks in, they do their own thing. I don't want to see people jumping in cars and driving around the maps and the maps being really big to be that big of a multiplayer map. Like, I definitely don't want to see that. So, I'm hoping that we're not going to be getting that. If we do, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. I'm not going to lie. And to be honest, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that we are going to be getting this big robot guy in multiplayer. I don't, for one minute. He's too big. I think it'd be too complicated. I don't think it's going to happen. This next image right here, right? This guy has a grappling hook, right? So you can, like, Spider-Man this guy. You can shoot your grappling hook out. He grabs him and he pulls him towards himself. Like you'll see in the next image, right? This, I believe, has potential to come into multiplayer. We saw the grappling game mode. I believe it was a game mode, or it's definitely like an add-on in Advanced Warfare. I'm sure you guys would have remembered that. And I think it could come into multiplayer. I think that the Advanced Warfare grappling hook thing could have been a test for this to like see if it worked well. Would I like to see it in every multiplayer map? I definitely wouldn't. No, not at all. Would it be good as just a certain game mode? I think it could be fun. I definitely think it could be really fun in private matches. But I wouldn't like to see this being, you know, full-time in multiplayer. But definitely we can see a grappling hook there. I would like to see, you know, a brief part of it in multiplayer, but just not in every map, for sure not. And not in every game mode, for sure not. The next image is this one right here. Now, again, this is just something that I saw in the trailer. And similar to the role that we saw earlier on in the video, this guy actually grabs his face and breaks his neck. Could this be a new melee mechanic coming into multiplayer? Or do you think it would just stay in the campaign side of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, also something I want to talk about is the melee mechanic within Black Ops 3, right? Now, do you think that how it is at the moment, like if you just hit them with your gun, that it doesn't kill them, you got to hit them twice? Do you like that? Or would you like to see it go back to, you know, a knife where it just melees them, where they call it panic knifing? Me personally, I prefer a panic knives thing. I do prefer that. But Destiny Plays just said execution. Now, do you think that it's possible that this could be an execution that could come into the multiplayer side of Infinite Warfare? Or do you think this is just going to stay in campaign? Be sure to let me know in the comments, guys. Keep them coming in. You guys are coming in thick and fast with those. And then I'm kind of in the way right here. I am kind of in the way right here, but I think you guys will see what I mean, right? Now, on this weapon here, where I am, I am covering half of the weapon. I do apologize. You can sort of see a suppressor. So I believe this is a bullet-fired gun. But to me, this looks like the Honey Badger from Call of Duty Ghosts. And boy, oh boy, do I hope that the Honey Badger comes back in Infinite Warfare. I would absolutely love that. Some SJD Wave said, yet again, the gun looks like a Honey Badger. You are totally right, my friend. That does look like the Honey Badger. And I hope it is. The Honey Badger was my favorite gun in Call of Duty Ghosts. I dropped untold chem strikes with that thing. So I'm definitely hoping that that is the Honey Badger. If it is, I will be a very happy bunny. Moving on. Something I pointed out in my previous video, which is up on the channel or linked in the description, is this man on his shoulder. He has a Union Jack flag, like velcroed or stitched to his shoulder. So obviously, looks like that if it is an American-based campaign, that we're going to be teaming up with our allies, the United Kingdom. So hopefully that is going to be what we see here on screen. I do believe that as well. And here again is another confirmed screenshot of anti-gravity, or definitely low gravity. Here we have this robot. What is this thing? And it seems to attack us in the trailer. So I'm definitely thinking that this could be like a enemy. I don't know, like an enemy Killstreak. Could this be the new GI unit that's going to be in multiplayer? It looks a little bit bigger than the GI unit, but it's definitely possible that it could be like, you know, it could come in multiplayer. It doesn't look too big like the previous robot that we saw. And then we move on to this image right here. Big robot on the left, little human on the right. It definitely looks like we are going to be going against, or fighting with humans alongside robots. I think definitely is what we're going to be getting here. That indicates here on screen. But that concludes it, guys. If you haven't yet turned on notifications, there's an image on screen that will help you do that. You don't even have to click off this page. Just simply click the image that is highlighted in red, turn notifications on, and press save. But thank you all to you guys who came out. Be sure to share the video. You guys are absolutely awesome. A ton of support on today's videos. But right now, we are going to go and we are going to actually check out the calling card that I managed to get today from the Call of Duty website. Here we are on screen. And if I enter in my... Oh, no, that's not my code. What the hell? My code has disappeared. Let me just go to here. Grab that. Go on to here. Boom. Wait, what? My code is not working. What? Oh, that's because I copied the wrong thing. Let me just grab that code. Go like that. Boom. Thank you for entering your code. You'll receive your unique calling card after Infinite Warfare. Brilliant. I thought I was going to get something that I could actually tell you guys and show you guys right here, right now. Unfortunately, we can't. Maybe we'll get some updates here in the near future. If we do get updates here in the near future, guys, I'll be sure to let you guys know exactly what we get. But thank you all for tuning in, guys. Big, massive shout out to the guys in the chat. Iron Dad, Isaac, Ahmed, Destiny Plays, SJD Wave 12, Anna, Marco, and FPS Ghost. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys very